Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is very interesting, and I suggest that you watch this video up to the end because today we are going to talk about how to come up with a business idea. And it's not just a business idea, a good business idea. All right, because right now you might be wondering, I have 100,000, I have put aside 50K, I have 20,000, whatever amount of money you have, and you're wondering, now what business should I start? Where do I get the idea? What is the best idea of the business that I'm supposed to start? And you ask yourself that question and you are confused. Now, this video is for you. What should you do to have a business idea? What are you supposed to do so that you can come with that good business idea? All right. Now we get to the business of the day. How to come up with a business idea. And I'm going to talk about 5 effective ways of how you can come up with a good business idea. And without wasting time, my point number 1 is evaluating your skills and interests. Skills and interests. Yeah, number 1 is to evaluate your skills and interests. Now, you need to ask yourself, before you come up with that business idea that you want, you need to ask yourself, what skills do you have? Do you have any skills? Do you have any interests? For example, what makes you happy? What's the passion? Right now, someone might be having fashion and design skills. You can come up with a very good design of clothes. You can come up with it's in you that you can come up with. You like the fashion and so on and so on. The passion of fashion is in you. Someone else might have shaving skills, right? Someone else might have kushuka madem, that skill of, what do we call it, cosmetology, something like that. You have to evaluate the skills that you have. Now, out of the skills and the passion and the interest inside you, you can turn that one to be a business idea. That is the first thing of coming up with a business idea, about the skills that you have and the passion that you have. Kuna mtu akona passion ya kuimba, you like singing gospel and so on and so on. You can start singing online and turn that one to be a business, and people are going to, hey, this person, and you will wonder, some people want to interested actually in what you are doing. So you need to make sure that whatever you are passionate with and whatever skills that you have, you need to make it to take it serious, because you can turn that one to be a business idea. All right. Number 2 is identification and solving problems. All right. Now, identification, if you are able to identify a problem in a certain area. For example, you go to a certain area, you study the environment, and you identify a problem. And that problem is what we call a business gap, or generally a gap. If you can be able to identify that gap in that particular area, and now you try to close that gap, that way of closing the gap is coming up with a business idea so that you can close the gap. Maybe something is missing, you go somewhere and you identify there are a lot of people, but only 2 chemists are there, and then why do we have only 2 chemists? Then we can introduce another one. All right. And then identification of a problem, having the fact that that place does not have certain product or something, that one is already a problem. Or maybe you find that a lot of people travel there to access a certain product or service. Now, that service or product that is missing in that particular place is now what you bring in that particular place. And of course, people are going to come to you. All right. It's called identification and solving a problem. Do not just identify, na hakuna hii, hey, kwani nyinyi mnaendaga wapi? No, you identify and you solve. And of course, money is going to come on your side. Now, the third thing that is going to help you to come up with a business idea is number 3 is through observation, right? Yeah, observation. Just looking at a place and observing and how people behave and so on and so on. This is what they like, this is what they like doing and so on. It's not so much effective, but it's effective. You are so keen, you just don't walk without observing what is happening in that particular area. But if you are so keen on observing, of course, you are able to identify that there is something that is missing in that particular area. And it's a very effective way of coming up with a business idea through observation, keenly, and talking to people and see what they normally do, and so on and so on. Number 4 is through product stroke service improvement. All right, assuming that whatever you want to start, the services that you want to start giving or the product that you want to sell, they already exist in that particular place now, but you are going to identify there is a gap that exists in those services and gaps. For example, if you go to a kinyozi and then you identify this kinyozi, there is something that is missing. What if I started a kinyozi and introduce what is missing? Or you go to a shop and you identify the products that are being sold there are of low quality. And then you say, now I'm going to start the same similar business and improve the quality of the products, probably come up with new products and so on and so on. And when it comes to service, maybe you go to a certain chemist or a hospital and you identify the doctors are not so good, they are not user friendly, they are not friendly to their customers, but you identify a certain service or business, the customers are not being treated well. And then you are going to say, now let me come with that same business and now try to bring what is not there already. All right, and that one is product improvement or service improvement. And the last one is through research. Yeah, you can do research, of course, through reading. You can read journals, books. If you like reading books, journals, business journals, gazettes, daily gazettes, of course, you can know how the world is going on. You can know how we are moving and so on and so on. Through reading, you are just going to get a lot of ideas of how the business gaps and so on and so on. And of course, through reading, you are able to identify even the problems and solve them, and of course, come up with those business ideas. All right, guys. Now, those are 5 ways of how you can come up with a good business idea. If you apply this and put it into consideration, of course, it's going to help you that you're asking yourself, how do I come up with a business idea? All right, guys. Now, thank you so much. This is John Mweri talking, professional accountant. Continue watching my videos and we move together. Now we meet in our next video. Thank you.